No, you don't want to say that word, though. We don't want to say that word because that's a bad word.
Asshole. Yeah, I guess I am an asshole. You know, sometimes you gotta be an asshole. My grandpa taught me that.
Whatever. Why are you just being an asshole?
Well, that's real nice.
Okay, so let me just start by saying this ain't your grandma's podcast, okay? We curse, we debate, we talk real life shit. No soft spoken, beating around the bush, hand holding. Nope, no. We're addressing the topic of am I the asshole here? This is a popular forum that hundreds of thousands of people write into, and let me tell you, it gets sticky around here. Tune into my podcast for my raw, real perspective and opinions on these submissions, because we keep these people anonymous and only speak on what we're given, so no one will know this is you unless you speak up. If you want to send in your own AITA story, you can do so at EnemyofRight@gmail.com. And me, I'm just a person with a microphone and a story just like you. So what's up? Let's talk. Are you the asshole? And today's story is titled More Happiness, More Problems. This is from a female. She's 29 and she's engaged. She says, since looking down the barrel of 30, I've been doing really adult things. Like, I recently got engaged to a guy I've been dating for 3 years. We're looking for a house. I paid off 2 credit cards from my teenage and early 20s. I'm doing really well for myself. About a week ago, my sister, in parentheses, it says we're polar opposites, personality and priority wise, calls me to check on me, quote unquote, which I knew was bullshit because I do the checkups. She tells me that she's starting a new job and she's super excited because it has good pay and she can finally provide for her kids. She has 2-year-old boys, they're twins, with the quality of life they deserve. I'm really good at celebrating people, so I immediately get excited for this new venture and want to take her out for drinks. She tells me she's down and that we can link up after she calls her sitter, some girl that she met in her apartment complex. She calls me back like 10 minutes later on the brink of tears. The girl is too emotional over nothing sometimes and tells me that her sitter isn't available because she's out with her family, yada yada. This is a trigger for my sister who broke up with the boy's dad after being with him since high school, that she had gotten married to at 18 and was divorced last year at 25. She had their whole life planned, but things between them changed and they ended their marriage. Because she's younger than me by 4 years, I often give her a shoulder to lean on and good advice, which is hard to do since I'm always busy, but I make time for her. So because the sitter canceled on her, she turns and asks me if my fiance will watch the twins while we go to the bar for a few hours. I know my fiance would totally be willing and I love my nephews, but once she got so damn upset about her sitter, I already knew what kind of night it would be at the bar and I wasn't in the mood for a Diane Sawyer's moment. Wow. I told her my fiance was busy with the project from work and that we could just reschedule for the weekend. I mean, it was a weekday, so I knew we could have a better shot on the weekend. I called her Friday, no answer. Saturday morning, no answer. Texts are left on read, and I instantly know she's upset with me, quote unquote. Am I the asshole for lying to my sister because I'm really happy right now and want to celebrate my accomplishments instead of rehashing the same sadness and temporary progress with my sister? Ooh, now this one is interesting. I feel like the internet is kind of torn on this one. It's 49% not the asshole, 51% you're the asshole. So that's pretty much split down the middle. Like you're one hair shy of being straight up not an asshole, but you made it to the asshole list, unfortunately, sis. Now, I mean, let's just be real about this. Just looking at the details of this story, you're older than her by 5 years, 4 years, you said. So that means that you're close to 30. Like you said, you're looking down the barrel of 30. Okay. You're doing really good for yourself, which congratulations, kudos to you. It's really fucking hard to do right now in this economy. Everybody's struggling. Everybody's trying to keep their head on their shoulders without just, losing their shit on a daily, whether you have kids or not. So I really want to, give you a good applause for that, round of applause. Because I do feel like a lot of times we overlook that people are doing things that they should be doing at this age, yes, but during such a turbulent time, it's hard for anybody to remain consistent with certain things. So congratulations to you for doing that and your engagement. But here's where it gets sticky for me. I feel like you kind of have, like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong because I don't know your tone, but based on what I'm reading here, you definitely come across like you're a little bit of a know-it-all and a bit of a, what's the word? You're a bit of a I can't think of the word. You're the type of person, you sound like you're the type of person that, you prioritize yourself, you prioritize the things that need to be prioritized, yes. But what I'm finding to be your weakness is that your empathy seems to be lacking. Like, you seem like you're a little bit apathetic. You're more so like, priority, priority, priority. And you just jumped into your apathy real quick towards your sister. Like, I get it. You don't feel like being that person that has to mentor, also guidance, also counsel, also, babysit. Like, I get it. That's a lot to take on, especially when you're busy yourself. But sometimes when we are our people's people, you have to be ready to be that person sometimes at any given moment. Whether it's you are the person that people call to do their hair, you are the person that people call to pick them up, you are the person that people call to borrow $20, you are the person that people call for an ear to listen to. It's real. And I feel like that's why the internet is kind of torn with you, because it does seem as if you could have been a little bit nicer and not lied to her, not especially by bringing your fiance into it. You don't want to start off your engagement by lying. You don't want to start off by putting that type of expectation on him that he has to go with your story. I know it's easier said than done. Like, when you're in a relationship, you guys have to be in cahoots. You have to corroborate what you do, but at the same time, you don't want to corroborate lies. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yes, you're an asshole for lying. No, you're not an asshole for protecting your peace. I'm big on protecting your peace. Keep your peace all the way on the altar and let people know, don't touch it. It's not for you. That's mine. When I'm ready to unveil it, I will. So I get that. But yeah, you're a bit of an asshole for lying to your sister and dragging your fiance into it and just kind of making it seem like, you need him to help you lie and not really be truthful about these things, that you just don't want to be around your sister while you're in a good mood because she's going to bring your mood down. If you're in that good of a mood, why would anyone be able to bring your mood down anyway? You get what I'm saying? Like, they shouldn't be able to bring your mood down because you should be in a good enough mood consistently because of the good blessings that you have. So let's focus on those and stop trying to make people feel as if, you know, your happiness is something that they have rights to by them being able to actually affect your happiness with their unhappiness. You get what I'm saying? I know that energy is transferable, but let's be real. You have to keep a base emotion for yourself, for your head, for your love, you know? Okay, listen, I'm going to stop rambling because I can go on and on about that one. But yeah, you're unfortunately the asshole in this one, but you're not that big of an asshole. You could be a little more empathetic, and you could be a lot less of a know-it-all about, going about life with your sister. Okay, and our next entry is titled Not Interested. It comes from a male, 36, and he's single. Interesting. He says, I'm a bachelor that works in IT. I just finished getting my master's and I'm considering getting my PhD. This all takes a lot of school and a lot of time, not even mentioning my job that is mentally depleting and kind of leaves me drained by the end of every workday. I've shied away from dating for the past couple of years because of my focus on getting my shit completed. But there's this new girl in the department that is always flirting with me, of all people. And I'm very flattered, but what does she see in me? I'm the quiet, stay in the corner type, very forgettable, average looking, but tall. Oh my gosh, what a roast of himself. He says, am I the asshole for being stoic towards her out of not wanting to get attached and also my insecurities? We have a staggering 23% say he's not the asshole and 77% say you're the asshole. Wow. Wow, okay. I'm going to tell you why you're the asshole. And I hope you're ready to receive this because the internet definitely is telling you you're the asshole, and I'm going to tell you why. You're the asshole because you're straight up avoiding living your life. You are submerging yourself into your books, your studies, your craft, you're excelling your future, yes. but you are stifling your present. And a lot of people don't realize that when they commit so hard to just getting their shit done. Don't get me wrong, there is definitely respectable ways to get this shit done, but you're completely isolating people that want to be involved with you, that want to have something with you, because you are insecure, as you stated, and because you're occupied with your studies. Listen, you got what you got already because you work hard. Because you work hard, you have completed more than the average person. That already makes you straight up admirable. But the fact that you take such a hit on yourself by saying you're average looking, you're stay in the corner type, you're very forgettable, it's like, how can we root for you? And how can people trust that you'll be the person for the job if you're not secure? So I get why you doubt that you'd be even comfortable dating. I get why you doubt that you'd be even comfortable having, someone approach you, let alone dating. But you have to open yourself up to the possibility that there are people that see value in you simply because you are a valuable ass person. Like, you seriously are. Not just on paper, but as a human being, we're all valuable unless you're a piece of shit. And you're not a piece of shit. This isn't, are you the piece of shit? This is, are you the asshole? You're an asshole here because this girl just wants to get to know you. She possibly has something that she can offer you that you are missing. And I feel like that is some security in having fun and enjoying others' company. It is a necessity, and it is something that keeps us all grounded, happy, and in love. In love with life, in love with ourselves, in love with the possibility of being in love with someone. So I feel like you have to be somebody that is willing to open up to receive people. And you've completely shut that down. You've completely closed shop. But you need to open back up and just allow yourself to be wanted, to be respected, to be desired, to be cool with people, to have a rapport with people. You're an asshole for that. What do you mean you're avoiding the girl because you don't want to get involved because you're insecure and you ain't got time? You better make time for yourself, because you're not just making time for her, you're making time for yourself. And until you understand that, you're going to keep repeating this. There's going to be other people that are going to come around and want to be involved with you. Or what happens when you want to be involved with somebody? For all we know, you want to be involved with this girl, right? But you're just too insecure to do it because you're insecure with yourself physically, but you're secure with yourself mentally. I'm not getting that. It's not connecting. You have to find a balance so that you can have some happiness in your life, so that you can have something that will leave a legacy behind. You're already starting such a beautiful legacy for yourself. But at 36, let's be real, let's be frank, you're not getting any younger. Nobody's going to want some, like, women tend to look at men that aren't married that seem to have a great resume, great just straight up on paper. No woman wants you if you seem like something's wrong with you. So I really, really hope, and I know that I tried to leave it as vague as I don't want to go more in detail about that because I feel like I could hurt some feelings. But no woman's going to want you if you're not opening yourself up to be loved, to be received, to be approached, to be cool, to be anything. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. You're the asshole here. You definitely are. Give that girl a shot. Give her a shot. You said nothing negative about her, so I'm pretty much getting that she's not a negative person. It's kind of you. So give her a chance, and you might be pleasantly surprised. Hopefully you already have, but if you haven't, I hope you're listening to this and that you give her ass a shot, because she just wants to get to know you, bruh. And our final entry for today's podcast is titled Yes, No Thank You. It's from a female. She's 28 and she's married. She says, I'm a mother of 4 with very little time to myself, preaching to the choir sister. All of my free time is dedicated to my kids and husband in some capacity every day of my life. I choose this life, it didn't choose me, so I have an upbeat personalities most days. I work at a pretty big company and have a lot of work friends that I enjoy talking to. We've gone out for drinks maybe 3 times in the 1 year I've been working there, and it's always lit. The real issue came with this new girl that is very excited to quote-unquote sit with us, in my Regina George voice, total Mean Girl reference. And we're a nice, diverse group of women, so she's welcome, but she wants to take the reins on deciding which place to go get drinks. No big deal, right? Wrong. One of my close work friends confided in me that she's dating a bartender there, and they would always overpour for us to make sure we have a great time. Wink. And we get good deals at our usual spot. Why change? The whole group doesn't know of my coworker and the bartender, but she asked me to speak to the newbie about not changing our spot. Like I said, I've gone out 3 times with them in total, so I really don't care one way or another, but I don't want my friend to miss out on a guy or for us to have to pay more for less alcohol either. Am I the asshole for not wanting to get involved with something I'm hardly involved in anyway, or am I the asshole for not wanting to speak for someone? Good question. Good question. Well, I'm going to tell you the internet is definitely siding with the fact that you're not the asshole by saying 73% feel you're not the asshole. 73% say you're not the asshole, why? Whereas 27% say you are. Okay, so I'm gonna say I feel like you're not an asshole in the sense of you're being very much so honest with yourself that this isn't really your fight. This isn't your cause to stand up for. You know, this is for your homegirl, but she asked you directly, and depending on how loyal you are to your friend, I say, let the new girl know, but let her know in a way that it does not affect you and your homegirl. Also, try not to carry a bone for anybody else because it's not your torch to carry. So, I mean, I feel like in that moment you possibly should have told your homegirl, like, hey, why don't you do it? I'm not really going to be going out with you guys as much because I'm kind of busy. Or if you plan on going out with them more, then encourage her because you want her to speak up for herself. Like, the secrets, I understand that about her and the bartender, but let's be realistic. When it comes to other people and how they interact, you kind of want to let them do that on their own without governing it, without being involved in it, because nobody can speak their piece for them but them. So I feel like maybe, if you would have redirected it to your homegirl and said, hey, well, why don't you just tell her because I'm not really comfortable getting involved, it probably would have been more comfortable for you to say something like that. But I understand. Also, I feel like a reason why you're receiving a not the asshole ratio that you are is because you're very upfront about it. You're very upfront with the fact that you're a busy mom, a busy wife, a busy working mom. And because of all of this, you don't want to have your time nitpicked and, fussed over, micromanaged. I understand that completely. And you definitely don't want to spend any of your leisure time having to problem solve for other people. So I totally get where you're coming from. I believe that's why most of the internet says you're not the asshole, because technically when you look at it, you don't want to be somebody that is carrying the torch for other people and it puts you in the asshole position. But I mean, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong because you don't want to be heavily involved with them and you don't want to be someone that is speaking for someone else. So you're not wrong. You're not the asshole. But I do feel like you should have redirected it to your homegirl where she goes to this woman and lets her know, hey, we're all good with it. Maybe even a group approach. I don't know. But not to gang up on, just to make sure she's aware that this is what we like, this is why we like it. Or just, maybe every now and then go to a new spot. Everything doesn't have to always remain the same. Sometimes change is good. I'm an advocate for balance, so maybe a little balance with, a new spot occasionally, and then you guys' usual spot. A change is always nice. A change of pace is always nice, especially if it's not one that, is too dramatic of a change. So I hope that this helps. I hope that you're able to, figure out and remedy this situation so that you don't feel like you're stuck in the middle, because nobody wants to be an asshole behind somebody else's discomfort. So, thank you for writing in. This is a forum where people write in, they discuss how they feel about things anonymously. And if you feel like you're someone that would like to know if you're an asshole, you can definitely write me. You can send in your submission. We keep it anonymous because it's a no judgment zone as far as you as a person. We're strictly speaking on this situation that you write in. You can write us at EnemyofRight, and that is RIGHT, EnemyofRight at gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for listening today. I hope you guys continue to tune in, continue to subscribe, continue to be supportive, and have a good one till the next time.